Hello gamers! Alright, today we have another best of 3, this time with Dragonair Jordan. I'm very excited. Again, I'm loving this BDSP content, and I'm just super excited to keep playing it. I think we'll have one more battle with the Rain team, and then I'll have a brand new team for you next week, which I'm very excited for. But let's give it another go with this Rain team. So our opponent's team is consisting of Scizor, Gardevoir, Hariyama, Venusaur, Torkoal, and Mismagius. So, one thing I do know about Dragonair Jordan is they're known for some pretty crazy teams, a little bit of crazy tech sometimes, and it's something always to consider here. But we have Sun versus Rain, another weather war, and I think I'd rather be the Rain team. But let's see. Trick Room is also something to consider here. We have Gardevoir and Mismagius as potential TR setters, so that's something to look at as well. Arcanine looks pretty good. Arcanine looks phenomenal. Doesn't really have any great Arcanine answers outside of that Scizor, but I think we can deal with that, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm going to lead with, I think game 1 we're going to go Latios, Politoed, Ludicolo. Sorry, Latios plus Arcanine lead, because Arcanine's incredible, but I want to lead him, get Intimidate done, put threats on the Trick Roomers, stuff like that. Force a Fake Out, and then I want to lead Latios because they're going to be really, really afraid of that. And then I want the Rain mode in the back. This looks good. This looks kind of like a scary matchup. So far we are undefeated, not to brag, but we are undefeated on this YouTube run. But we do have a potential loss here. This matchup is looking really, really scary. Sun is kind of scary, especially with this Trick Room mode. I love the Trick Room mode here, and I think that's going to be what gives me the most problems. But Sun is also very, very scary. I'm not going to lie. So let's see what my opponent decides to bring and what he decides to lead with here. We're going to see Gardevoir plus Hariyama, so we've got a potential Trick Room mode. Into my Latios plus Arcanine. So let's see if Gardevoir has an ability, if it's proccing Trace or anything of that sort, if it is indeed faster or slower than my Arcanine. Because Scarf Gardevoir is pretty good, and it is something to be afraid of, honestly. We're not going to see any abilities. Okay. So I like Snarl, turn 1. We got the Intimidate off, we might as well Snarl. Latios is really, really bulky, special defense stat, so I think if we're Snarling, we can safely live a Moonblast or whatever the sort here. If it is Scarf Gardevoir, I would be a little bit scared. I don't know if that still would kill Latios because Latios is very bulky, but it probably comes close if it doesn't KO. So it is something to consider here going into this game. And we're going to see a Fake Out onto Lati. Oh, onto Arcanine. Okay. And we're going to see the Scarf Gardevoir. Okay, I'm hoping I live. Don't think I do, though. Latios, see you later, buddy. So Latios goes down. It is Scarf Guard. Okay, that's fine. It is a best of 3. So, that's totally fine. We do learn the hard way a little bit here. Okay, I think it's not a huge deal. It's a rough turn 1, but it's one of those things that like maybe I should have accounted for. But also I don't think it's a huge deal because it is a best of 3. We can easily adapt and play accordingly. So here, I think I want to go for Flare Blitz into Hariyama. And I want to go to Scald and Hariyama too. I want to get this KO right here, right now. I don't want to Fake Out. We're going to see a swap right away into Scizor. Okay. Scizor's shiny. Wow, that thing looks really, really good. I think this is okay, though. Moonblast is going to be a little bit annoying onto our good pal Ludicolo here. But, not a huge deal. We do get a KO onto Scizor, which is something I'm thankful for. I'm okay with that. We do get the burn, but I don't think it's going to matter because we do go for this nice Scald onto Scizor, which is good. That's what I want to see. And Scizor does go down. So, Scizor down, which was the big threat to Arcanine. We will be setting up Rain in a sec, though, which is kind of annoying for my Arcanine. But I think with Snarl Spam and Intimidate, it's going to still be a very useful Pokemon. I imagine Hariyama comes back in, and they threaten a potential Fake Out onto either of my Pokemon, and then Gardevoir is just going to go for Moonblast. So right here, I'm going to go for Snarl into both of them, and I'm going to swap into Politoed. This Hariyama is really scary, though, because it is Guts boosted, and they could just go for close combat here, and I could, like, lose Politoed or Arcanine here, because it is not intimidated. So this situation is looking a little shaky. A little shaky here. Drizzle's going to turn on, and we're going to see this Hariyama go for Fake Out. Okay, that's good. Into Ludicolo slot. Perfect. We are going to take a free Moonblast on a Ludi slot, which isn't great, because Politoed doesn't love that. But Politoed, if there's a Pokemon that's going to take a Moonblast, it's my boy Politoed. And we're going to get a nice Snarl off, weakening this Gardevoir, which is, I think, good for me. I'm still a little nervous about this situation, but I think the Snarl does help a little bit. I think Helping Hand Scald, well, okay, so I think Torkoal's the last one. This is a weird situation, honestly. If Torkoal comes in, though, Flare Blitz plus Scald is probably my best move. I think this is my best move. I would like to Helping Hand Scald, but I think if Torkoal comes in, then Flare Blitz covers for that, and then Scald is covering for if Torkoal doesn't come in. So we're just going to see this Moonblast here. Honestly, the Scarf Gardevoir gave me a lot more issues than I expected, and that's okay. I haven't played against Scarf Gardevoir with this team. And Scizor is really scary to bring. I like the Gardevoir paired with the Torkoal because I'm horrified to bring my freaking Scizor against this team. And they're just gonna go for knockoff onto Arcanine. I should live that actually. That's pretty goated. This is actually a pretty decent situation. Like, this is freaking winnable. This is really, really winnable. Because Moonblast shouldn't kill our boy. Oh man, this is actually winnable. This is so winnable. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go for Snarl and I'm gonna go for Scald. I think this is super winnable. Hariyama's gonna withdraw into what? Torkoal? Into Mismagius. Wow, no Torkoal or Venusaur. The two Pokemon I was most afraid of right here. So we're gonna see Moonblast. I think Politoed lives. Oh, it does, but just freaking barely. Holy crap! All right, I need to check something really quick. Let me look up Mismagius. I want to know how fast this Pokemon is, because I'm not actually sure off the top of my head. I haven't really encountered many Mismagiuses in my time. 105 speed is a very speedy Pokemon. Very speedy. Okay. I'm going to go for Protect. I think that's my best play. Politoed living with 1 was incredibly clutch. And then I'm just going to go for, if I get to move, I'm going to go for Parasol. I think that's the play. I think that's okay. I'm a little bit afraid of TR here from Mismagius. I am really, really afraid of that. But I don't think I can really do too much to cover it. Moonblast will come through on a Toad. I could have maybe Snarled. Maybe I should have Snarled, but I don't think it would have saved. The Trick Room was still going to be doomed. We're going to see Shadow Ball come through. Okay, and now I get to bring in Ludi, who's going to be able to somewhat threaten these Pokemon. Okay. I'm going to go for Snarl again. And I'm going to go for Scald onto Mismagius. Because Gardevoir is less of a threat-ish. Just because I can heal. One big thing here to note, though, is that the Hariyama did knock off my Berry, which would have been really, really great for Arcanine. It was a good play from my opponent. No questions asked. That was a solid play from my opponent. But it's very unfortunate for me, the hero of this battle. Ludicolo lives with 1, which is good. We get off the Snarl. This is going to be a tight game. It's going to be really, really close here. The rain's going to stop, which is obviously not in my favor, but here's what it is. Hariyama comes in. It's very low, and it is burned. I think I have to protect my boy here. And then I'm going to go for Scald into Gardevoir, if I get to move. I don't know what I can really do to win. I might have to just Snarl them to death. I think I have to Snarl to death. Fake Out's onto that one, but it's just Fake Out Moonblast, so Ludicolo will go down because I'm 4 HP. But I had to protect Arcanine from the Fake Out. We don't need extra damage. Moonblast is just going to do a little bit too much, I think. Because I don't think Snarl can pick up that KO there. I think I have to hope for a Snarl crit, or I have to try. I don't have much of a choice here, because I don't think I can afford to Blitz. I think the recoil will be too much for me. They might even just have Bullet Punch or something. Let's see how much this Moonblast is doing. I think we're doomed anyways, but we gotta try. It doesn't do too much. Gardevoir misses, obviously not great, but is this gonna KO anyways? Not even close, not even close. So that's game 1. Alright, that's game 1. My opponent played that really well, and the Gardevoir popped off. But I definitely think it's winnable, just because of how close this game ended up being. I think we can pivot it back easily into our favor. Not a big deal. It's a rough game 1, but totally fun. Let's play again. Alright. So Scizor is really tempting to me. I'm not gonna lie. Scizor is extremely tempting just because it looks so good into Gardevoir. But obviously there's a whole Torkoal waiting for me. which isn't great. It's like okay into Venu. Scizor is tempting. It has a Lumberry. It's just a matter of getting around this Torkoal. I want a Scizor. I really do want a Scizor. And I'm going to bring Latios as well. And I love Arcanine, and I'm going to bring Politoed. No Ludicolo this time. I think this is an okay adjustment. I think Gardevoir really worked me, and I really need my Steel type. And I think Scizor is the mon to bring here. Hopefully, can push it to a game 3. But I do think that the matchup is definitely winnable. It looked really, really scary, but after playing out that matchup, obviously there's no Sun mode. I felt pretty decent about it. Pretty decent. Hariyama and Miss Maggie is the lead into Scizor and Latios. So obviously I'm going to go for Sword Stance here, and I'm going to go for... Should I go for an attack here, or should I swap into Arcanine? I'm going to swap into Arcanine. My gut told me Arcanine at the beginning of the battle, and I'm going to do it because it covers for any potential play from Hariyama, and I think my opponent has to fake out Arcanine. Really no questions asked. Sorry, Latios. Because Latios is going to get a KO if they don't. So I think they have to, even though they would rather not fake out my Latios. So we're going to get this free turn, and they're going to go for Mystical Fire. Scizor lives, but wow, I didn't know it got that. That's really good to know. That's really great to know. Okay. Sure. Okay. Mystical Fire. We got the Intimidate off. Okay, I'm going to go for Protect on the Scizor. And I'm going to go for Flare Blitz into... which mon? I'm going to go to Miss Magius, I think. I'm going to go to Miss Magius. Because I think getting damage on Miss Magius or doing damage to Miss Magius would be really, really good. And really advantageous for us in the future of the battle, because I can threaten the KO with Bullet Punch. And I think Hariyama is less of a threat to me than Miss Magius. I am really afraid of both these Pokemon, though. And I think losing Scizor is really, really bad regardless of the situation. But Mystical Fire was a great tech move for Scizor, and that is something I'm going to keep in my back pocket. Maybe I'll use Miss Magius, because that's sick. I'm not going to lie. Arcanine's faster than Miss Magius, which is good to know. We do a really, really good chunk. I have a feeling we're going to get CC'd, though, by this Hariyama. Even though it's at -1, it is burned. Man, I love this format. I want to use all these Pokemon. I want to use Hariyama for sure. Knockoff and TR? It's going to be Trick Room. It's going to be Trick Room. Okay. Sure. That's okay. That's fine. That's fine. Not even worry about it. Not even stressed a little bit. I'm really stressed. I'm going to go for Bullet Punch into Hariyama. Do as much damage as possible. And so I think Hariyama's going to go for like the CC into Arcanine, or the damaging move into Arcanine. And then Miss Magius will probably just Shadow Ball KO Scizor. Unless I could go for the KO there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to double protect. I'm going to waste a turn of Trick Room and scout out what my opponent's doing. I don't think... oh, crap. Scizor just protected last turn. Oh, what a misplay. What a misplay. Close combat into Arcanine and then the Shadow Ball. Oh, man. That was a free Bullet Punch that I just missed out on. Not my greatest play. I totally forgot Scizor did protect last turn. Not my shining moment, but... alright. So we have Politoed and Arcanine and Latios. I need to deal with this Hariyama, and I need to deal with this Miss Magius instantly for Latios to be somewhat useful this battle. I really needed the Bullet Punch, to be honest. A little bit of a misplay. That's okay. So we're going to go for Scald and Hariyama, and I'm just going to go for Helping Hand. I think it's imperative that we do as much damage as possible to Hariyama. Miss Magius withdraws in the Torkoal, I bet, isn't it? It's in a Venusaur, actually. Wow. Okay. Okay, Venusaur. Okay, Venusaur. I bet you Torkoal is in the back, though, which is a small bit concerning. I think I'll live CC with either Pokemon, though. I'm really hoping. We're going to see a knockoff on Toad. There's a critical hit, so crit through the Intimidate, which is really, really unfortunate. But we're doing as much damage as we can to Hariyama. It wasn't enough, which isn't good. But we're stalling Trick Room, which is actually totally fine. I'm going to go for Protect here. And I'm going to go for Flare Blitz onto... I don't think I can. I think I have to kill Hariyama. I have to try to. I think they're going to Sleep Powder me. Which is a tad bit concerning. The Mystical Fire was really clutch. Game 1, I got surprised by the Scarf Gardevoir, which in retrospect maybe I should have been a little bit more prepared for. And in game 2 here, the Mystical Fire was huge into Scizor. Huge. Huge turn. Hariyama's going to withdraw, that's fine, into Torkoal. Okay. I don't think that's as bad as it looks. Oh, if I Flare Blitzed that Venusaur slot, I would have been so in a good spot. Oh, they're double switching. Miss Magius. Okay. I wish I snarled, but that's okay. Or Flare Blitz the other slot. No TR is kind of goated for me. Flare Blitz does a decent chunk to Torkoal. Honestly, not a horrible damage. And then, okay. I'm going to swap this guy into Latios because I'm kind of forced to here. And I'm just going to go for Snarl. Torkoal honestly might just, if it's like Specs Torkoal or something, it's going to do so much damage. And I think my opponent has a really easy play of just targeting my Latios switch in there with Shadow Ball. Because they do know it is Latios in the back. Alright, we're going to eat our Big Daddy Berry, Ayapapa. And I'm really hoping they don't read this and they just like Shadow Ball Arcanine, but I think it's a really safe read. I'm actually slower. That's huge. That's big. That's big. Special attack drop. So it is max speed Miss Magius. So the thing's probably like... No, it was Berry. I was thinking it could be Sash. And they're going to go for Shadow Ball into the Arcanine. That's big for me. That's big for me. I like that a lot. Special defense drop is a little unfortunate. Twisted Dimensions return to normal. We're back in the game, honestly. Honestly, back in the game. I'm kind of forced to Psychic Miss Magius here and Snarl, though. I think that's okay, though, because nothing can switch in on the Psychic, and Snarl is pretty bad for the Torkoal as well, which we already got 1-1. We're kind of shifting the momentum in our favor, even after a little bit of a blunder with our early game Scizor Protect there. Venusaur's going to come in. Okay. And Psychic comes through. Everything's weak to Psychic. We can just spam Psychic. Miss Magius has fainted. Okay. I wish I Flare Blitz now, but Snarl was obviously our best play, and our opponent knows that. But they're at -1, which is good, but Sleep Powder is still very scary. Very scary outcome. Hariyama comes in. Hariyama is low. I'm trying to figure out my best course of action here, because Sleep Powder is very scary. I could just target both, but I think that's not the play. I can't really switch into Rain either. I don't think that's necessarily my best play either. Because then they can just switch in Torkoal, and then they're faster than me and can put me to sleep. It would come down to a Sleep Powder hit, but... I really want to double up. But Venusaur could protect. I'm going to try to take out Hariyama. Venusaur protects. I knew it. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy. Because the double up is so obvious that now, because I targeted Hariyama, it gives me a chance to get back in this game. Because the double up is so obvious, because I'm like thinking, hey, does Venusaur even have Protect? Double up on Venusaur. But we safely navigate that turn. And we're going to put ourselves into a winning position, because now we switch into Politoed. Rain's up. Venusaur's slow. Latios is here to play. GG. And we should win game 2, even after a slight blunder in game 1. Or in turn 2 of this game. And turn 1, the Miss Magius caught us off guard. We're able to pivot, we're able to relax, and bring back ourselves into a game 3. Woo! This has been a close set. Honestly, both games felt really, really close, which is, you know, how I prefer. I like when games are close, especially in an exhibition match like this. I think this is really, really fun. So when the games can get close and they can be fun, I'm all for it. This is a really safe turn. Venusaur cannot protect. Well, it could, 30%, but most likely it can't get that Protect off. We'll get the KO. And then we'll win. Yep, there we go. I don't think Torkoal can really kill Latios in the Rain anyways. So, Venusaur is going to go down. That was a stressful game. That Flare Blitz onto Hariyama was a big turn. Obviously, they were expecting a double up, thinking they could sneak a little bit of a sneaky move there and maybe get a KO onto my either of my Pokemon. But I navigated through it. We got the KO. And we're going game 3. I think all the information we've been gathering is really, really big for us leading into this game 3, which is really good. Because now I feel a little bit better, because I think my team's a little more obvious. And I feel a little bit better, more even footing going into this game 3 here. This is still a challenging game, I'm not going to lie. Alright. how do we want to win? How do we want to win? Scizor felt kind of lackluster, but obviously Gardevoir didn't show up, and we're still able to win against Torkoal with Scizor. Like, Scizor was kind of dead weight, but Politoed, Latios, Arcanine, they felt amazing. Part of me wants to go them again, but I'm afraid of the Mystical Fire. Like, all they have to do is switch into Torkoal, and this guy's a goner, which is not a fun experience, I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to think of what I could lead to put more pressure. I could also just swap them turn 1. Because, like, Latios, I think the 4 are correct. Ludicolo doesn't feel as good. I also think Togekiss could be pretty goated here as well. Half of me is tempted to bring Kiss. Just as a mon to help deal with Hariyama and, like, Hariyama and... What if we just ditch Scizor? And we go Kiss, Arcanine, Politoed. We have those 4. I know Ludier, Scizor. I like that. I think we're gonna go Kiss because I think they're not ready for it. I think this lead gives us a ton of pressure, A, into Sun, and B, into Mismagius. And it's gonna be Gardevoir and Gliscor. Also, this lead is pretty okay into that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what this Gliscor does, to be honest. I think it's just like EQ. I'm not sure. So we're gonna Ice Beam Gliscor here, and I'm gonna go for Follow Me. I think that's okay. Gliscor would go down. I really would like to hurt Gardevoir though in some way. I could swap turn 1 into Arc and then go for Dazzling Gleam with Kiss, because I think Kiss is incredible. Man, I wish I let Scizor know. I think this is okay. I think we're getting a Dazzling Gleam off and doing damage to Guard, and I don't think Earthquake would be used here. That would really hurt my good friend Arcanine. I don't think they might be Telepathy plus Earthquake. That's my best guess right now. We're just gonna see Gleam. I love that from them. It's good for me though. Is Kiss faster than Gliscor? It is. Gleam comes through, does really okay damage. Critical hit on the Gliscor. No crit on the Guard, and they're gonna go for Swords Dance on with Gliscor. Woohoo, buddy! That's a scary Gliscor. So we crit the Gliscor too. Is it Poison Heal? Okay, it did get poisoned. I don't think that poison is good for me. Part of me's tempted to just go for Flare Blitz. Or like helping. Yeah, I could protect here. I need to kill Guard though. Guard needs to go down if I want any chance of winning. Guard Gleam. Oof. Okay, what's it going into though? What wants to take this? Hariyama doesn't want to take this at all. Hariyama's here. Gliscor goes for Protect. This is a big turn for me. I was really afraid of Gliscor, but they want to try to get a free turn here. And I think prioritizing the kill on a Gardevoir was more important in my game because Gardevoir is really difficult to deal with. And if I get Latios in, I do get a chance to KO Gliscor for free. That was my thinking here on why I left Gliscor basically alone here with just Dazzling Gleam. Hariyama goes down though. That's a big KO. Big KO. Critical hit. Don't know if it mattered. We are Crit Kiss, so it's a 50% chance anyways. Gotta love this stupid Pokemon. And this Poison Heal. Okay. Whoa, that's a lot of healing. That's a lot of healing. Okay. And then Gardevoir. Sure. That was a way more healing than I expected, to be honest. So we do threaten the KO, though, onto Gardevoir here if we want it. I think we'll just Gleam. Because I think if we're killing Gardevoir here, it's just actually GG for my Latios. Latios can threaten the KO onto this Gliscor whenever it wants. Moonblast comes through, but not enough to kill my Pokemon. Flare Blitz comes through. Should get the KO onto Gardevoir. This is a big trading game, a heavy trading game. Arcanine was MVP of this set, though. Arcanine has been incredible. I had Infernape there originally. I think Infernape's pretty cool, but Arcanine, it's just been Chef's Kiss amazing one here. Another critical hit. Earthquake's going to come through. It is at +1, but obviously Arcanine is toast. That mon is toast. So it could be Torkoal, Venusaur, or Mismagius. All not really Pokemon I want to see at the current moment. Latios is best. We go Lati here. Because Lati should be able to kill Mismagius is my thought process here with Draco Meteor. It's going to be Torque. Okay. That's fine. I think we're good. Because I think now we should be in a really, really advantageous position here. We're going to press Psychic. I believe that should... Honestly, no. We're going to Ice Beam Gliscor. We're going to get that KO 100%. I'm not messing around with it. We're going to switch to Toad. This should defensively cover my Latios. Obviously, I'm not really afraid of Torkoal with the Dragon Latios. And then we should be good. And we should checkmate our opponent here and take game 3, winning the set, which is fine by me. Yeah, it protects. Not a huge deal. I just want to get this guaranteed KO with Ice Beam. No point in not. And then Torkoal is going to be going for Eruption, Ancient Power. It's not enough, though. Into that Politoed slot. Gliscor is going to be healing, but 4 times weakness to Ice from a Specs Pokemon is never a fun treat to be dealt. So we're going to go for that, and then we're going to go for Scald into Torkoal. That should be GG. I could Perish Song, but I think this is the best play. Gliscor goes for the double. It does get it, but I don't think that will be enough. I think the end is futile for our good friend Politoed and Latios here. I think we really came into the right mons. I think Ludicolo was not the greatest in game 1, even though it kind of felt good to use Ludicolo. And then in game, I think Politoed, Arcanine, and then I guess honestly Scizor and Togekiss both performed pretty well in their games. I mean, Scizor really didn't, but I like to give him credit where it's due. I like Scizor. He's cool. he did something, right? We're gonna see double Ice Beams here, and there goes Gliscor. GG. GG's to Dragonair Jordan. If you want to check them out, their link's down in the description below. They make some content on YouTube as well. Go check them out. Thank you so much for the games, Jordan. It was a fun set. I thank you guys for watching as well. I had a fun time with it. I hope you guys enjoy this BDSP content. We'll be back tomorrow for more BDSP content. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.